Over 60. These 5 seafoods may harm your heart, joints, and memory, while 5 others can reduce inflammation, boost energy, and support healthy aging. Number 1 is octopus, the digestive disruptor. Octopus might look like a healthy, protein-packed seafood, often served grilled, in salads, or as a gourmet appetizer. But for adults over 60, it's one of the most deceptive choices you can put on your plate. Here's why. Octopus meat is incredibly dense, filled with tough connective tissue that even younger digestive systems struggle to break down. As we age, digestion naturally slows, stomach acid decreases, enzyme production drops, and food doesn't move through the gut as efficiently. That means foods like octopus stay in the stomach longer, causing bloating, gas, and that heavy, uncomfortable feeling you just can't shake. A 2021 study in the American Journal of Gastroenterology found that older adults were significantly more likely to experience digestive distress, including bloating and delayed gastric emptying, after eating chewy, high-density seafood like squid and octopus. But that's not the only issue. Octopus is rarely served steamed or plain. It's usually grilled, fried, or tossed in rich, oily marinades. These added fats and heavy dressings can spike inflammation and make digestion even harder, especially for seniors dealing with joint pain, arthritis, or sensitive stomachs. The combination of hard-to-digest protein and inflammatory preparation methods makes octopus a hidden hazard for seniors, not just for your gut, but for your energy, comfort, and joint health. If you've been waking up stiff, bloated, or unusually tired after eating seafood, octopus could be a hidden factor. Avoid octopus, especially grilled, fried, or served cold in salads. Choose instead softer, nutrient-rich seafood like sardines, steamed clams, or baked cod. Easy on the gut and packed with senior-friendly nutrients. Number 2 is canned tuna, albacore. The mercury mine. Tuna is one of the most common seafoods in senior diets. It's easy to store, affordable, and packed with protein. But if you've been reaching for canned white tuna, also known as albacore, it might be doing more harm than good, especially for your brain and nervous system. Here's the hidden danger. Albacore tuna is high in mercury, a toxic heavy metal that accumulates in the body over time. While a small amount might not seem like a big deal, seniors process and eliminate toxins more slowly than the younger adults. That means mercury builds up, and that's a serious concern. In fact, a 2020 review in Environmental Research found that older adults who ate high-mercury fish more than once a week were 34% more likely to experience memory decline, mood swings, and concentration problems. And once mercury builds up in the brain, it's very hard to remove. Many seniors eat tuna thinking it's a safe, heart-healthy choice, but most don't realize that the type of tuna matters. Albacore, white. Tuna contains nearly 3 times the mercury of light tuna. So even a couple cans per week could push mercury levels into dangerous territory. And here's the catch. Albacore tuna is often marketed as premium or better quality. But that doesn't mean it's safer. In fact, it's the exact opposite, especially if you're over 60 and already facing age-related cognitive or cardiovascular risks. Avoid canned albacore, white tuna, especially more than once per week. Choose instead light tuna, sardines, or wild-caught salmon. Lower in mercury, higher in brain-healthy omega-3s. Mercury damage is slow and silent. By the time symptoms show up, it may already be affecting your focus, mood, or memory. Number 3 is lobster, the hidden salt bomb. Lobster may feel like a luxury, a special treat for holidays or dinners out. But for seniors over 60, it's one of the most misleading seafood choices out there. Why? Because beneath that rich flavor lies a hidden health threat: sodium overload. Just 3 ounces of cooked lobster can contain over 600 milligrams of sodium, And that's before you dip it in butter or pair it with salty sauces. For comparison, that's more than a quarter of your recommended daily limit in just a few bites. And as we age, our kidneys become less efficient at removing excess sodium from the body. What does that mean for you? More fluid retention, higher blood pressure, swelling in the legs and ankles, and increased strain on the heart. According to a 2022 report in hypertension research, seniors with diets high in sodium were 48% more likely to experience dangerous blood pressure spikes and cardiovascular complications. But that's not all. Lobster also contains moderate levels of cholesterol and purines, compounds that can increase uric acid levels and irritate the joints, especially for seniors with gout, arthritis, or stiffness. So, while it might feel like a clean protein, lobster could be triggering pain and inflammation you don't even realize is connected to your meal. And don't be fooled by preparation. Even steamed lobster carries the same sodium load. When combined with butter or restaurant seasoning, that number climbs fast, sometimes over 1,000 milligrams in a single meal. Avoid lobster, especially in large portions or when served with sauces and butter. Choose instead lower sodium, anti-inflammatory seafood like mussels, clams, or salmon. It might look fancy on your plate, but lobster is quietly raising your blood pressure and making joint pain worse. Number 4 is tilapia, the inflammation fish. Tilapia shows up everywhere, from frozen fillets at the grocery store to fish tacos in restaurants. It's affordable, mild in taste, and often marketed as a healthy choice. But for seniors over 60, tilapia may actually be fueling the very inflammation you're trying to fight. Here's the truth most people don't hear. While tilapia is low in fat, it's also very low in omega-3s, the healthy fats your body needs to reduce inflammation. Worse, most farm-raised tilapia are fed a grain-based diet, high in omega-6 fatty acids, which are known to promote inflammation when not balanced with enough omega-3s. Why does that matter? Because chronic inflammation is at the root of many age-related issues, from joint pain and arthritis to heart disease and memory loss. A 2020 study in Frontiers in Nutrition found that farmed tilapia contains up to 10 times more omega-6 than omega-3, making it one of the worst seafoods for seniors dealing with inflammatory conditions. And it doesn't stop there. Farm-raised tilapia is often produced in overcrowded tanks with poor water quality and treated with antibiotics and chemicals to prevent disease, residues that can end up in your body, especially if you're eating it regularly. If you've been eating tilapia thinking it's a lean, heart-friendly fish, it's time to rethink that choice. It might be doing the opposite, raising inflammation levels and silently worsening joint stiffness, fatigue, or swelling. Avoid farm-raised tilapia, especially frozen or imported from unknown sources. Choose instead anti-inflammatory seafoods like sardines, wild-caught salmon, or green-lipped mussels. Your joints, heart, and immune system don't need more stress. They need support. And tilapia just isn't giving it. If you find this video helpful for your health, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Now, let's move on to the next step. Number 5 is king mackerel, the mercury danger, lurking in plain sight. Mackerel is often praised as a heart-healthy fish, and in many cases, it is. But not all mackerel are created equal. One type in particular can silently poison your system over time, king mackerel. Here's the problem. King mackerel, especially those caught in the Pacific or Gulf regions, are among the highest in mercury of all commercial fish. And mercury is not just a concern for children or pregnant women, it's a major risk for seniors. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at detoxifying, and mercury starts to accumulate in the brain, liver, and kidneys. That buildup can lead to memory loss, slower thinking, tremors, fatigue, and even cardiovascular problems. A report from the FDA and EPA placed king mackerel in the do not eat category due to its high mercury content, especially for vulnerable populations, including people over 60. One small fillet can contain more mercury than your body can safely process in an entire week. And here's what makes it even more dangerous. Many seniors eat mackerel without realizing there are multiple kinds. Atlantic mackerel is low in mercury and very healthy. But king mackerel is an entirely different fish, and the difference could be harming your brain and heart health every time you eat it. If you've been eating mackerel out of a can or frozen pack without checking the type, it's time to start reading the label. Avoid king mackerel, especially imported or from the Pacific. Choose instead Atlantic mackerel, sardines or herring, all low in mercury and high in omega-3s. Mercury damage doesn't show up overnight, but over time it can rob you of your clarity, energy, and even mobility. Number 6 is clams, the iron and B12. Booster clams may not look like much, but they're one of the most powerful seafoods seniors over 60 can add to their diet. Packed with essential nutrients that support energy, brain function, and immune health, clams offer a wide range of benefits in every small shell. Let's start with vitamin B12, something many older adults are unknowingly deficient in. Just 3 ounces of clams provide over 1,000% of your daily B12 needs. That's a big deal. Because with age, B12 becomes harder to absorb, leading to symptoms like fatigue, forgetfulness, mood swings, and numbness in the hands or feet. A 2021 study in the Journal of Nutrition in Healthy Aging linked low B12 to increased cognitive decline, while seafood-based B12, like that in clams, helped restore mental clarity and energy in seniors. Clams also provide a generous dose of hemi-iron, the form of iron your body absorbs best. This is key for carrying oxygen in the blood, helping fight off anemia, weakness, and dizziness, all common concerns in later life. Many seniors, especially women, experience low iron without realizing it, and clams offer an easy and natural way to correct that. You'll also find zinc in every bite, which plays a vital role in supporting your immune system, speeding up wound healing and preserving your senses of taste and smell, all areas that tend to decline with age. Zinc is often low in the senior diet, but clams are one of the richest natural sources. And unlike larger fish, clams are very low in mercury, making them safe for regular consumption. Eat regularly. Steamed clams with lemon and garlic, canned clams stirred into soups or pasta, or sautéed in olive oil with herbs. Avoid fried clams or creamy chowders, which can pack in excess salt and unhealthy fats. Number 7 is sardines, the bone saver. They're small, inexpensive, and often overlooked. But sardines might just be one of the best seafoods you can eat after 60. These tiny fish are packed with nutrients that directly support the areas most vulnerable in aging: your bones, heart, and brain. What makes sardines so powerful? For starters, they're one of the richest natural sources of calcium and vitamin D, 2 nutrients that work together to strengthen bones and prevent fractures. And because sardines are eaten whole, including the soft, edible bones, you're getting a form of calcium that your body can easily absorb. A 2020 study published in Osteoporosis International found that seniors who consumed more calcium from fish sources like sardines had 18% better bone density and fewer age-related fractures compared to those who didn't. But the benefits go beyond bone strength. Sardines are high in omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, which support brain function, reduce inflammation, and protect against heart disease, 3 major concerns for older adults. They also contain vitamin B12, selenium, and phosphorus, making them one of the most complete nutrient packages in the seafood world. Even better, sardines are very low in mercury because they're small, low on the food chain, and have short lifespans, meaning they don't accumulate toxins the way larger fish do. This makes them one of the safest seafoods for regular consumption. Eat regularly. Sardines packed in water or olive oil, served on whole grain toast, added to salads, or mixed into pasta with lemon and herbs. Avoid sardines packed in soybean oil or heavy sauces, which may contain excess sodium or preservatives. One small fish, big benefits. Number 8 is seaweed, the thyroid tuner. It's not a fish or a shellfish, but seaweed. Yes, the leafy green sheets you often see wrapped around sushi is one of the most powerful aquatic foods for seniors over 60. And the reason starts with one small but vital gland, your thyroid. The thyroid controls your metabolism, energy levels, and even heart rhythm. But as you age, it naturally slows down. This can lead to fatigue, weight gain, cold sensitivity, and sluggish thinking. That's where seaweed comes in. It's one of the richest natural sources of iodine, the essential mineral your thyroid needs to produce hormones. A 2021 study in thyroid research found that adults with low iodine levels were significantly more likely to experience underactive thyroid function. But moderate seaweed intake helped rebalance hormone levels and improve energy in just a few weeks. But the benefits don't stop at iodine. Seaweed also contains magnesium, calcium, iron, and antioxidants that help reduce inflammation, support the gut, and even promote smoother digestion, all key issues for adults over 60. And certain seaweeds like Aukema and dulse contain fucoxanthin, a rare marine compound shown to support healthy metabolism and blood sugar balance. Even better, seaweed is low in calories, plant-based, and incredibly easy to incorporate into meals. Eat regularly. Dried seaweed sheets as a snack, sprinkle kelp flakes into soups, or add seaweed salad to your meals. Avoid seaweed snacks with added oils, sugar, or excessive salt. If you're over 60 and feel like your energy has slowed down, your metabolism is stuck, or your digestion just isn't what it used to be, seaweed might be the gentle, natural reset your body needs. Small habit, big change. If you find this video helpful for your health, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Now, let's move on to the next step. Number 9 is Atlantic mackerel. The brain fuel fish mackerel often gets a bad reputation, and that's usually because people confuse king mackerel, which is high in mercury, with Atlantic mackerel, which is one of the healthiest and safest fish seniors over 60 can eat. Atlantic mackerel is a small, oily fish that's packed with omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, the exact nutrients your brain and heart rely on to function well. After 60, your natural levels of these fats decline, which can affect memory, focus, and even mood. A 2020 study in neurology found that seniors with higher DHA levels had a 47% lower risk of developing dementia, compared to those with low levels. Omega-3s also help lower triglycerides, reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and support overall brain and cardiovascular health, all essential in older age. What sets Atlantic mackerel apart is its low mercury content. Unlike king mackerel, it's small, fast-growing, and low on the food chain, meaning it doesn't accumulate dangerous toxins. That makes it safe to eat multiple times per week, even for those concerned about mercury exposure. In addition to omega-3s, Atlantic mackerel provides high levels of vitamin D for bone and immune support, B12 for energy and nerve health, and selenium, which protects your cells from oxidative stress. Eat regularly, grilled, baked, or canned Atlantic mackerel, served with lemon and herbs, added to salads, or flaked into whole grain bowls. Avoid king mackerel or other large, imported mackerel species, which may be high in mercury. If you're over 60 and want to protect your brain, boost your energy, and support your heart, Atlantic mackerel is one of the smartest, safest seafood choices you can make. Small fish, big results. Number 10 is mussels, the marine multivitamin. They might not be as popular as shrimp or salmon, but mussels are one of the most nutrient-dense seafoods seniors can eat, and they offer a unique combination of benefits that support aging from the inside out. First, mussels are rich in vitamin B12, iron, and zinc, three nutrients that become harder to absorb as we age. Just one serving of mussels can help fight off fatigue, support immune strength, and improve oxygen flow to the brain and muscles. For seniors dealing with low energy, cold sensitivity, or slow healing, this is exactly the kind of nutrition the body needs. But mussels don't stop there. They're also a natural source of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, which help reduce joint inflammation, protect heart health, and support brain clarity. A 2020 study published in Marine Drugs found that older adults who regularly consumed mussels reported improved flexibility, reduced joint discomfort, and better mental sharpness over a 12-week period. Even better, mussels are very low in mercury, low in fat, and incredibly sustainable. Unlike fish that require feeding, mussels filter nutrients directly from the water, meaning they help clean the ocean while growing. That makes them one of the most environmentally friendly animal proteins on the planet. Eat regularly. Steamed mussels with herbs and garlic, added to soups, tossed into pasta, or chilled in seafood salads. Avoid mussels in heavy cream sauces or fried preparations that add unnecessary sodium and fats. If you're over 60 and looking for a natural way to support your joints, brain, heart, and immune system, mussels deliver a full spectrum of senior-friendly nutrients in every bite.